roll call of great Christian thinkers and scientists. So I don't claim any originality. That's the source. coldcasechristianity.com, coldcasechristianity.com. The rich historical roll call of great Christian thinkers and scientists. Okay, so you can get this, and I'm just going to share with you uh, as many as I can in a few minutes. Joseph Philoponus, 49 to 490 to 570 AD. He theorized about the nature of light and stars and criticized Aristotelian physics. Bede the Venerable, 672 to 735 AD, he wrote 2 volumes on time and its reckoning that revealed a new understanding of the progress wave-like nature of tides. Pope Sylvester II, 950 AD to 1003 AD, he influenced and shaped the teaching of maths and astronomy in Christian schools. Hermanus Contractus, 1013 to 1054 AD, he wrote on geometry, mathematics, astrobal, a historical astronomical instrument used by classical astronomers and navigators. Robert Grosseteste, 1175 AD to 1253 AD. He is considered the founder of scientific thought in Oxford. He wrote books on the mathematical science of optics, astronomy, and geometry, and he believed that experiments should be used in order to verify a theory. Pope John Paul XXI, 1215 AD to 1277 AD, he wrote Thesaurus Pauperum, a widely used medical text. Albert Magnus, 1193 to 1280 AD, he was a scientist who may have been the first to isolate arsenic. He wrote, natural science does not consist in ratifying what others have said, but in seeking the causes of phenomena. Roger Bacon, 1214 to 1294 AD, he contributed in areas of optics, mechanics, and geography. He promoted empiricism and was one of the earliest advocates of the modern scientific method. He was also responsible for promoting the concept of the laws of nature. Theodore Freiberg, 1250 to 1310 AD, he gave the first correct explanation for the rainbow, on the rainbow. Thomas Bradwardine, 1290 to 1349 AD, he was called the profound doctor, and his studies led to important developments in mechanics. Jean Buridan, 1300 to 1358, he developed a theory known as impetus, an important step towards the modern concept of inertia. Nicolas Oresman, 1323 to 1382, he was one of the early founders and promoters of modern science. He made many scientific discoveries, including the discovery of curvature of light through atmospheric refraction. Nicholas of Corsa, 1401 to 1464, he made contributions to the field of mathematics and developed the concept of the infinitesimal of relative motion. Otto Brunfels, 1488 to 1534, he was a botanist, and his Herbarium Viva Icons was a formative work in the field of botany. Nicholas Copernicus, 1473 to 1543, he introduced the heliocentric worldview, discovering the Earth and the solar system planets revolved around the Sun. William Turner, 1508 to 1568, he is the father of English botany and was also an ornithologist. Ignazio Dante, 1536 to 1586, he was a mathematician who wrote about Elucid, an astronomer and a designer of mechanical devices. Giordano Bruno, 1548 to 1600, he was an Italian cosmologist who argued that the Earth revolved around the Sun and that the other worlds also revolved around the Sun, other suns. Bartholomew Pitiscus, in 1561 to 1630 AD, he was a mathematician who may have coined the word trigonometry in the English and French languages. John Napier, 1550 to 1617, he was a Scottish mathematician renowned for inventing logarithms and his promotion of the use of decimals. Johann Kepler, 1571 to 1630, he invented Kepler's laws of planetary motion based on data he got from Tycho Brahe's astronomical observations. This is our Christian heritage in the West, a Christian heritage in science and thinking. This is our heritage, and we need to remember this, yeah. Laurentius Gothus, 1565 to 1646, he was a professor of astronomy and he wrote many books on the topic. Galileo Galilei, 1564 to 1642, he was a renowned scientist, defended heliocentrism on his own. And I mean, look at the list. I mean, the list goes on. It's pages of these scientists. I could go on and on, but we're into, I'll just mention one or two. Marin Mersenne, 1588 to 1648, he was a mathematician who communicated with other mathematicians related to concepts concerning what are not known as Mersenne primes. René Descartes, 1596 to 1650, he was one of the key thinkers of the scientific revolution of the Cartesian coordinate system used in plane geometry and algebra was named after him. He did formative work on invariance in geometry. Blaise Pascal, 1623 to 1662, he was a great thinker, known for Pascal's laws, physics, Pascal's theorem, math, Pascal's wager, theology. Nicolas Steno, 1638 to 1686, he was considered a pioneer in both anatomy and geology. Seth Ward, 1617 to 1689, he was a Savilian chair of astronomy and wrote the foundational volume on Astronomia Geometrica. Robert Boyle, 1627-1691, he was a scientist and theologian who proposed that the study of science was not in conflict with the study of God, but could actually glorify God. John Wallis, 1660-1703, he was a mathematician who wrote Arithmetica Infinitorumis and introduced the term continued fraction. He also worked in areas of cryptography and helped develop calculus. Gottschalk Leibniz, 1646 to 1716, he was a polymath who did work on determinants and the development of the calculating machine. Isaac Newton, 1643 to 1727, he is still considered to be one of the greatest science and mathematicians in history. He founded the principles and theories of Newtonian physics. And it goes on and on. There are pages of it. There are pages of these scientists and thinkers who were Christian or were influenced by Christianity in their scientific work. And you can get all this information on Cold Case Christianity, the rich historic roll call of great Christian thinkers. That's where I got this source from. I'll say it again, Cold Case Christianity, the rich historic roll call of Christian thinkers and scientists. It's amazing of the great influence that Christianity has had in the world and in our Western civilization, and we should celebrate that, and we should not let that go, and we should remember that Christianity is not anti-intellectual or anti-science. So God bless you and take care. Bye now.